Alright guys, today we're playing Killing Floor 2 in 2025. It's been almost 10 years now since the game's release back in 2016, and there's still a lot of players online. You have a few thousand players on Steam, and then you have a decent amount of people that are still playing on PlayStation and Xbox. Unfortunately, the game does not have crossplay, so if you have friends that are on different platforms, then this is probably not a good co-op option for you in 2025. If you're looking for a zombie co-op shooter with crossplay in 2025, your best options are probably Cold War, Black Ops 6, or even Back 4 Blood. Now, this game, graphically is not too intense because, like I said, it is almost a decade old, so you probably can just, everyone that you know, get the PC version, and you'll be able to run it without too much problem. The PC version is the best way to play anyway because of the extensive mod support through the Steam Workshop, where you simply just find the map on Steam, download it, and it's automatically in your game. You don't need to know how to drag and drop stuff into your folder and do all these things. It is the easiest when it comes to downloading mods of probably any game. Like, it doesn't get any easier than that. And there's so much modded stuff there that they'll keep you busy and entertained for a very long time. So if you've never played Killing Floor 2 before, it's easy for me to recommend it, just because there's so much there for you to experience. If you're a returning player, there's probably still some modded maps that you've never played before, so it might be worth it to come on back and play on some maps that you maybe didn't before. Like I said, it's pretty easy to find matches if you're trying to play with randoms. You get 6-player matches all the time. Like, you look at the server browser and there's just so many full servers, regardless of which time of day you're playing, so that's always a really good thing when we're talking about whether or not a game's worth playing after X amount of years, especially as old as this game is. Now, this video's probably going to be dated in a number of months when Killing Floor 3 releases. There's no release date. It was supposed to come out last month in March, but got delayed due to the bad reception that the beta received. Now, the way that things are looking, a lot of people are afraid that Killing Floor 3 is going to be another Payday 3 situation, where the game is just such a huge downgrade over the previous, despite taking almost a decade to come out with. So we'll see what happens there. Cautiously optimistic is what I am, because I'm hoping that they're going to work on the game a little bit more, polish it up a little bit, and then it'll be a great game worthy of the Killing Floor name. But if we're going to compare, like, Killing Floor 2 to Killing Floor 1, Killing Floor 2 definitely has a lot more to offer for you. There's a lot more players online. The gameplay, I've actually, when I made my Killing Floor 1 video, there were a lot of people that said they prefer the gameplay of the first game, how much slower paced it is. They don't like how fast the movement is in Killing Floor 2, and a lot of people accuse them of kind of ripping off Call of Duty zombies and just trying to be, like, instead of a survival horror shooter, it kind of turned into an action shooter, which definitely rubs some people the wrong way. So there's some Killing Floor 1 fans that don't really care much for Killing Floor 2, and probably won't care much for Killing Floor 3. So my point is, there's always going to be difference in opinion as far as what people's preferences are. But I think, generally speaking, if you're a fan of co-op games, especially zombie co-op games, then it's easy recommendation for me, because it'll definitely scratch that itch. And all the different zombies and the variation between the types of enemies that you actually get to face and the weapon variety, the perk system and level up system, they all create a very valuable and rewarding gameplay experience. As long as you don't come in expecting another COD Zombies. Like, if you're a COD Zombies player and, this is just going to play a lot different. It's going to feel different, the map layout's going to be different, and it's just, it's obviously its own thing. I remember playing this game a lot back in the day and absolutely loving it back when it was free to play on PlayStation Plus. I think it was like 2017, if I'm not mistaken. I remember there was a lot of people that were playing Killing Floor 2 back then on the PS4. But since then, I moved on to PC, and both graphically and, of course, like I said, with the mods, like, if you have the option to get the PC version, I'd say just go for it. Even if you already own the console version, trust me, it's worth making the jump. Even with Killing Floor 3 being just months away, get it on sale. Killing Floor 2 goes really cheap these days when they're on sale on Steam. I would just put the money up and get it, because I would say of all the zombie shooters, like, aside from Left 4 Dead 2, obviously, this is one of the best that you can play on PC, by far. I mean, Black Ops 3 is also up there. There actually are a lot of good options in 2025, but this is among the best. And again, we'll see exactly how Killing Floor 2 is going to be affected in the next coming months by Killing Floor 3 when it comes out. But I think regardless, you should go back and play Killing Floor 2 even after 3 comes, whether it's good or bad, you know? Because this deserves to be in the conversation among the best zombie games ever made, and is one of those games that everyone should experience at least once in their lives.